guys, Jasper here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing y'all my version of the Avatar unpacker and repacker. The only difference is my version supports 32-bit systems as well as a 64-bit. So basically this is going to be an updated version of the video I already posted, but just of my version that I made. I'm going to be talking to you all about how to mod the game, how to get it set up, how to set up your whole workshop folder. That way you can keep track of all of your modded / edited files.
Speaking of edited files, if you are going to want to mod the game, during the installation process, you're going to want to have selected the custom installation method. Basically, you're going to want to install the game anywhere else besides that program files 86 directory, only because you will run into permissions issues. So I recommend installing it to like your desktop or your games folder. Now, with that being said,
there's a data.pak file and a patch.pak file. These two are going to be the only ones that you're going to be focusing on right now. Let's start with the data.pak file and let me explain a little bit about that. So the data.pak file, as you can see, it's pretty big. It is compressed. It's about 1.6 gigs, and this has everything in the game related to like game files, like level data, scripts, graphics, like models, the textures and stuff like that. You're going to unpack the data.pak file and just use it as a resource, if that makes sense. The file that you're going to be unpacking and repacking is going to be the patch.pak file. Basically, anything in this particular file, as long as it has the same file path as whatever's in the data pack file, will be read first. Okay, so let's say I have a map that I edited and I remove a building and I put it in the patch file. When I load up the game, it'll read that specific part of the level first in the patch file, then read the rest of it in the data file, if that makes sense. With that being said, let me show you how to unpack them. So the data.pak file, just drag it and drop it into here. Since I'm on 64-bit, I'm using the 64-bit, and then drag the patch file as well into here, and it'll start unpacking it. So I'm just going to let this run. It's going to take a little bit of time because it has to run through 89,000 files. So I'm probably going to speed this up, so I'll see you back when this is done. Alright, so that finished up. So now let me explain the best way to do this now. So I like to take these folders and I like to copy it and I like to put it directly into the unpacker and repacker folder. Okay, that way I can just, when I'm done edit and patch file, I can just drag it and drop it in there and it'll convert it, and then I take it and put it in there. If you wanted to, you could leave them in here in the data_win32 folder, but I find it's easier to keep track of the files you edited in a makeshift workshop folder, if that makes sense. But that's just me. That's my tips to y'all. All right, so now if you wanted to change a certain file, I'm not going to show you how to exactly edit the files because that's going to be a different video because you need to use my specific tools to do that, but I'm going to show you how to set it up basically. So let me set this up real quick and then I'll see you back in a second. All right. And I'm back. So as you can see, I'm still in the pack folder right here, but I'm in the data folder on this side and I'm in the patch folder on this side. So there's one folder that you will most likely not have yet, and that is the .mod name. This is mainly used for my mod manager that I will link in the description, but basically it allows you to combine multiple pack mods into one. Okay, that way you don't have to keep swapping between them. That's going to be a topic for another time and another video because that's its own whole thing right there. But so just ignore the .mod name. Okay, from here you can see the data has everything in the game, most of it at least, and the patch has just certain things that get updated, I guess you can say. If you want to change something, you would need to make sure it has the same file path in the patch side as it does in the data side. For example, if I wanted to change something with the languages, you go into languages, English. You won't have this XML file. I do because I already converted it, but you'd use another one of my tools to convert this RML file to a readable XML file and then convert it back to this binary RML file. But if you were to go here, English, as you can see, this gets read first over this version. Okay, so if you would want to make any edits, you would edit the patch version and then that would get read first over the one that's already in the basic data folder. But let's say you want to add something that is not in the patch folder. Well, it's really simple. all you need to do is to create that same exact file path. So if the folder is not in here, you just create it. That's it. So let's say you want database. So let's go ahead and copy the name. Let's go here, new folder, database. And now database is in here. You go here. This is where all the main things are. So like achievements, armors, attachments, control visuals, skills, items, weapons. Like this is where all the values are at for them. So we're going to take this one, copy the name, and then make it in here, go in here, go here, and let's say I want to edit the weapons one. So take it and then paste it in here. So any changes you make to this weapons file that's in the patch file will be read first rather than the one that's in the base data file. So let's say I'm ready to go. I have everything set up. All you need to do is drag it back into here. It'll repack it. Just wait for it to finish and boom. And what you do from here is you take this patch file and you just drag and drop it into here. And it says replace. That's pretty much how you load your modded files. Yeah, so I have a bunch of videos I want to put out. Updated version of my save editor, my level editor, new videos about my mod manager, my texture converter, and just videos in general about avatar modding. That way more people can discover it and stuff. But other than that, thanks guys. Thanks for sticking around. See ya.